Going on, guys? I just want to do a chrono reading on my TPX. The last time I shot it, it was hitting kind of high on the first shot, like 37 joules or something, and then the next shots were like 25 and 27. So I just want to investigate if it's something with my velocity adjuster screw, or maybe my regulator seat is being funny. This is the Tippmann A5 barrel. The stock barrel only goes to like, the stock TPX barrel only goes to like here. So it's almost like the same length as the CO2 cap. I'm going to be using this with my remote line and CO2 tanks. This has about 130 grams of CO2 left in it, and this one has, it's full basically. It's like 500 grams of CO2. 510 grams, and then I'm going to be using the 3.6 gram balls that I always use. And this is like the original magazine. This holds 8 rounds. I think there was a problem with the feeding. Sometimes it wouldn't feed correctly for paintball usage. So I'm not using this for paintball. I'm using this for, like, you know, self-defense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can hold 8, and they're kind of like staggered, kind of similar to the Burnett SD 7-round mags. So you can see they're kind of offset from each other. So this is the old style magazine that launched with the TPX when it came out, and then they made the 7-round mag, which is like the current generation. Like, everything is 7-round mag. Even the Burner TCR has 7-round mags. Because yeah, I guess they were having problems with balls not wanting to feed, or they would get caught up in the breech or something, or just like paint getting jammed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, this is obviously the extended magazine, the 12 round mag, a discontinued 8-round magazine. I have 3 of these total, and then the standard 7-round magazine. So just to show you guys the difference, I don't know, you just get one more round out of this. And since I'm using a remote line, I have to have an empty 12 gram in the front. So this is empty, that's already been pierced. But you need that in there to block the air from just escaping out the front. So I'm gonna get this all ready to go, throw the tank in my backpack, put the airline on here, and then I'll start getting some general chrono readings. Alright, you guys, I got my TPX 12 round magazine, the A5 barrel. I've never tried using this A5 barrel, so I don't know what these are gonna read at. I think 30 joules is 425 feet per second, something around there. So I'll see what this does. 422. So that's pretty much at 30 joules, maybe like 29.9 or something. 374. I've had 2 balls roll out the front. So I'd shoot one, and then one ball would fall out, and then I'd shoot another, and then a ball would fall out. So my detent might be going bad on this. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. 398. So that's like 27. One ball did not fall out on that shot, so those balls down there could just be small. 402, so that's about 27 joules. 360. So that, I don't know if that's because my CO2 tank is kind of, I mean, 130 grams is a lot, but since 130 grams is only like 20% of the full pressure that is in that tank, that's why I'm having a dip, possibly. It could be my regulator seat also. 416. 366. 356. 364. I think I'm out of rounds. I'm gonna check really quick. All right, I have 3 more. I picked up the 2 on the ground. 418. So it could also be because I'm firing it slightly fast, because I just had like a 1 minute or like 30-second gap between the last shots. 392. So essentially I'm not giving it time to repressurize. But yeah, so it's been like 10 seconds since my last shot. 388. So I'm gonna put a I'm gonna take off this airline and then turn up the velocity adjuster a little bit. All right, you guys, turned off the valve, everything's fine. I just wanted to dry fire this. So yeah, add a gas. I'm gonna turn up the velocity a little bit. You should only, the instruction manual says to do it when the pressure is out. So I'm just gonna do what the instructions say. I don't feel like breaking this and then having problems with the regulator or whatever might happen if you mess with the velocity before you unpressurize it. So today I have my wrenches with me, so I'm going to show you how to depressurize this. So it's already almost out of pressure, but inside the velocity adjuster, you can press the PRV with the Allen key. So it's in there. It's giving me like pushback, so I'm going to push harder, and it just released all the air. With this is like the newer style regulator. Pretty much all of them come with this new style regulator. You'd have to have a really old TPX or TPX to have an old regulator, like over 10 years old. And I could also, since I have the remote line adapter, it has a check valve inside of it, this thing. So I could also press that and it'll degas, because there's a check valve in there that keeps the pressure. Like if I wanted to use a CO2 cartridge, there's an O-ring and a little thing inside here, and it will keep the air pressure in the TPX. So I'm gonna mess with this velocity adjuster and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I turned the velocity adjuster. It's pretty much maxed out. I think I can move it like a fraction of an inch more. I put the barrel back on, like the one I got with my discount paintball Tipex. So it's a 10-inch barrel with no porting. This is just a mock silencer. So the barrel's threaded on the end, and then this fits over it. But the barrel I'm using now does not have any holes or flutes or anything on it. So all the air pressure should stay in here. I feel like the A5 one, since it's shorter and it has the porting, it's not as good. It's not giving me good results. 426. So that's pretty much what the A5 barrel is doing. 404. 398. So yeah, it's right now it's hitting like 27 joules. That first shot was like 30, and that's pretty good for me. Like, I'm not trying to make this thing into like a 70 joule beast or anything. 434. And then if I had my other CO2 tank on this, the one that's like almost full, this is about 27 joules. If I had my other CO2 tank on here, which is almost full, I'm pretty sure there'd be less fluctuation, because it's a more constant, consistent, stable pressure getting pushed through this gas line. And I do not have a TCR valve for this, so this is just the stock TIPX valve. So it has like 9 little holes where the air goes through, and the TCR valve has like these like kidney bean, jelly bean kind of shaped holes, 3 of them. So this is kind of consistent, 410. I haven't seen any go down to 360 or whatever, like on the A5 barrel. 404. I don't know if I have any shots left. This might be empty. 400. I'm gonna check my magazine really quick. So yeah, I'm out of rounds. Give me 1 second. All right, you guys, just dry firing this, getting the air out. So yeah, it's out. I'm gonna do the, I'll show you guys the remote line thing. So I'm going to push the Allen key into the remote line, and you'll hear it hiss. Try to get some sunlight on this. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing this. There's a little silver piece in there, and that's a check valve. It's holding the pressure in the marker right now. So when I press this, it'll hiss. And I just released all the pressure. If you do not have a remote line on your Tippx and you want to depressurize it after you dry fire, you can either press the PRV in here on the velocity adjuster screw, just press on it, or you can undo the CO2 cap, and it's relatively safe to do. Only one time, I think I had it. I thought I unpressurized it as much as I could, and then I took the CO2 cap off, and it was like under pressure still. So when this came off, everything was fine, but the seal inside this Tippx on my other one, the seal ended up like wrapping itself around the top of the CO2. So then I had to go inside my TIPX and put the like fat CO2 puncture seal. It's like a big rubber grommet. I had to put that back into the puncture area. So it's really similar to the Berna puncture seal, Berna SD or the Berna TCR. So there's a that kind of like yellow orange colored thing in there that you can see. So that is it's like a 90 hardness kind of rubber seal, and it came off because there was so much pressure, and it like wrapped itself around my CO2 top. So that was a problem. So now I'm just trying to degas these either with the remote line thing or with the PRV, pressing on the PRV with an Allen key. So yeah, this is hitting like 30 joules, 27 joules, 30 joules when I have the 10-inch barrel on it. And like I said, I didn't have any fluctuations, not as much as with the A5 barrel. So I don't know if that's because the A5 barrel is shorter and it has ports, or if it's just my CO2 tank is kind of fluctuating a little bit with the pressure, because it's only around 100 grams, but it can hold like 500. So yeah, this is the A5 barrel, and it has these little holes on it which kind of release air. It's kind of more for a paintball. And this is the Lion Claw like MCS hammerhead barrel. I think it's a kit with this mock silencer and this barrel, this 10-inch barrel, for like 80 bucks or something on the MCS website. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I think when I use the aluminum rounds, I might get 35 joules. I always seem to have a higher joule rating with the heavy rounds on this thing and other stuff. But yeah, that'll be it for today, and see you guys next time.